So it seems like Xenoverse fans are going to be eating good for quite some time, and this series does not seem like it's anywhere near its end. Because not only do we basically have DLC 17 confirmed already on Xenoverse 2, but we also just got a new Xenoverse 3 leak at the same time. And in today's video, I want to discuss both of these things and kind of recap my thoughts on both of them as well. And first and foremost, I do want to start out with DLC 17. Now, I say DLC 17 is basically confirmed because it hasn't come from a necessarily official source or anything along those lines, right? But we did get some information from the homie PS360 HD2, which is a very reliable source when it comes to anime gaming news. Now, he put out a tweet basically saying that Bandai hopes to continue and support the game and its fan base well into the future. That right there lets us know that DLC 17 will be a thing. And not only that, but we also had the hints from DLC 16 at the same time. Now, me and others, I should say, not me and myself, what kind of nonsense is that? But me and others thought that DLC 16 had a good chance of being the final DLC on this game, and that clearly was proven wrong, because like I said, it is basically confirmed at this point in time. The only thing I'm really waiting for is an official confirmation from Bandai or Dimps, because I know it will be coming, it's just a matter of when. Now, when it comes to Xenoverse 3 and the new leak that we got, it was definitely insane and definitely came out of nowhere. But at the same time, I don't want people getting the wrong idea about this Xenoverse 3 leak. Yes, it did come from a Bandai support ticket, but at the same time, it does not mean that it is officially confirmed as well. So do not take this new leak as confirmation, guys, because that's something that I've seen being tossed around yet again with Xenoverse 3, and while it is another good sign for Xenoverse 3, it does not mean Xenoverse 3 is confirmed yet at this point in time. So keep that in mind, guys, because I don't want people having the wrong idea about this leak and spreading information possibly thinking that it is confirmed when it is not confirmed. So again, just keep in mind that as of right now, this is just a leak, but a very good leak and a very good sign for Xenoverse 3 without a doubt. It's just another really good sign for this game, and right now we do have a couple of things that do point to us or are good signs for us with Xenoverse 3. Now first, Xenoverse 2 hitting 10 million sales is a definitive good sign for Xenoverse 3. Like, truthfully, Xenoverse 3 and Fighters 2, in my opinion, will definitely both happen. It's just a matter of when with those two games, because there's no way you take the two most successful Dragon Ball games and don't give them sequels like they actually deserve. I mean, look at Naruto Storm. Storm 4 was supposed to be the last game in that series, but the success that it had, especially when you compare it to like Demon Slayer, for example, and not saying that Demon Slayer flopped, because it did do fairly well good numbers, but at the same time, it was nothing in comparison to Storm 4. So here comes CC2 with a Storm Connections, because again, they've never had anything successful, I should say, as Storm 4 was, and they definitely want that success to continue. There's no way you can look at that amount of sales and not say, damn, it would be a great idea to give this game a sequel. And that is what happened with Storm 4, and that is, in my opinion, why we are getting Storm Connections, because the money to be made was definitely just too great with the sales that a Storm game would produce. Now, Xenoverse 3 is pretty much in the same line. Like, Xenoverse 3, Xenoverse 2, just like Storm 4, are the greatest selling anime games for their time. Like, I think actually all time. Both these games and Fighters are the 3 greatest selling anime games ever. So again, for that reason alone, it definitely is a good sign of a Xenoverse 3, right? But then we also have the Xenoverse 3 domain website that has been around literally since before Xenoverse 1 even released. And like I've talked about with that website, how would anybody, if somebody was to fake making that domain and troll and things along those lines, how would anybody know to make this domain literally like 6 months before Xenoverse 1 even releases? Like, we didn't even know Xenoverse 1 was going to be a thing when this domain was made, and it was made the exact same day that the Xenoverse 2 domain was made as well. So there's just so many things that show that there's no possible way that could have been made by a troll, and at the same time, it's just another good sign for Xenoverse 3. And now we have this leak coming from a Bandai support ticket, which again is another good sign for Xenoverse 3. So while we do have a bunch of good signs for this game without a doubt, again, it is not confirmed by any means. I fully do think that this game will happen in the future. Personally, I'm expecting like maybe a 2025 release, because the way I'm seeing it is that Budokai Tenkaichi 4 will most likely be a 2024 release. It would be kind of insane if they dropped it in 23. Now, I will say it's still possible maybe to drop around like Christmas or something like that, but I expect it to come out in the year of 2024, right? So if Budokai Tenkaichi comes out in 2024, I think it's very possible to see a Xenoverse 3 in 2025. Now, that could be hopeful thinking on my part, but again, there are a lot of good signs that point to this game happening at some point in time. So let me know where you guys stand, not only with the newest Xenoverse 3 leak and the hope that it gave you from that leak, but at the same time, how do you feel about DLC 17 basically being confirmed as well? Because personally, like I said, I am really excited to see what the new DLC holds based off of how good DLC 16 was. Like, they upgraded the story cutscenes once again. The skills were absolutely amazing. Every single skill in this DLC was great. The characters are all really fun, to be honest. Even Power Awakening Piccolo, he may not be like the most unique in terms of brand new skills, but the man is a very good PvP character and pretty fun as well. Like, his combo game is really damn cool, how much light to heavy stuff he actually has. So again, I'm just hopeful that the next DLC lives up to the standard that DLC 16 brought, because DLC 16, in my opinion, brought a new standard for DLCs on this game. Because I mean, I really don't have much negative to say about that pack. So again, like I said, let me know what you are hopeful for in DLC 17. Are you hopeful that it's just as good as DLC 16 or even better? And then also, where are you standing with Xenoverse 3 and all the stuff that we have had gone on for it and all the good signs that I did mention for it at the same time? Are you still someone who thinks Xenoverse 3 won't happen? Or are you someone who is now starting to feel that this game actually has a chance of becoming reality? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But till next time, man, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.